Hey guys, it's your boy Ryan, coming back with another YouTube tutorial on the Sampletree YouTube channel. I'm going to be breaking down a beat that I made for Lil Baby. If you have any feedback, please leave it in the comments. But first thing, I'm just going to play the beat, and then I will break down all the different stuff after.
Hey, Ron, how you cut down?
So yeah, that's the beat. First I'm going to break down the loop that I made. I did a piano from Labs. It's a free plugin, you should check it out. I'm in the key of D sharp minor natural. And the first thing I did was I added my root notes that I wanted. So these are my root notes, and then I copied them up an octave and then one more octave, so they're spread out between 3 octaves. And then to make these some nice sounding chords, I was just playing with these notes here in the middle, and I found that A sharp sounded the best with the notes that I had. Then the next thing I did, I added a repetitive melody, and that's the key with Lil Baby beats. You really want a repetitive melody. I got my notes going up and down the scale and stuff like that, so just play with your melodies, make it super repetitive. And then the key with dark melodies, you want to use tension notes. If you don't know what tension notes are, it's these 2 notes next to each other in the scale. So this one, these 2. That's the key for making dark beats. So when you're making dark beats, you put that into consideration because it just makes it sound so much better. So yeah, I'm going to play the piano by itself, and then I'll go over the effects. Yeah, so that's the piano. I just randomized the velocity to give it more human feel. The effects on it is, well, I separated it into stereo, so I moved this knob over, and then I just put an EQ and some reverb on it. Next thing I added was a violin from BBC Orchestra. It's a free plugin, go check it out. When I say use tension notes, this is what I mean. Watch these notes here and tell me that it's not dark, and man, it's fire. So I'm gonna show you what it sounds like without using the tension notes, and this is what it sounds like. It sounds okay, but it sounds even better with the tension notes. The effects I have on it is just a EQ and reverb. Next thing I added was a bass, one shot from this kit right here. Go check it out. I believe it's free. But this is what the bass sounds like. So yeah, that's the bass. The effects on it is a EQ. Next thing I added was another preset from BBC Orchestra. It's a spiccato string. Super simple pattern, and I'll play the pattern for you. So yeah, that's the simple pattern that I had. And then for that, I just add an EQ and a reverb. Next thing I added was a vocal from Arcade. I'm going to play the vocal for you, and then I'll show you the effects and the bank that I got it from. So yeah, the effects on that is EQ, a wider from infected mushroom. That just makes it more spread out. And then I got a pancake 2 by Cable Guys. It's a panning plugin, so as you see, this is what it's doing inside the headphones. But I just turned the mix level down to 40%, so it's not being too panned. And then the bang from that arcade is Distant Voices. It's one of the best banks for vocals in my opinion, especially for ambient stuff. But the only thing I did is I pitched it to the right pitch, so it's in key. So yeah, that's the vocal. And then the last thing I added was a transition effect from a drum kit by TryFreeze. You should definitely check him out. He is a goat with making dark beats and really any beats, man. You should go to his YouTube channel, subscribe, and download his drum kits and his loop kits. He just recently put out this one, and it's fire. It has some master presets in it. It's really good. So this is the loop, and then I'll go over the drums. So yeah, that's the loop. Now I'm gonna break down the drums. First thing I added was a hi-hat. I usually either add a hi-hat or a clap, but I added a hi-hat first this time. I'll show you the pattern that I made. So with Lil Baby patterns, he likes to do triplets. So I just went to here and hit triplet, and then I used the brush tool to spread it across. Added some rolls here, added some lower pitch notes, stuff like that. And then I added a lower notes in the hi-hats, because I like to do that with my dark stuff. It's pretty fire what it can come out from it, honestly, but I'm gonna play you the pattern. So yeah, on the hi-hats, I have EQ cutting out the lows, and then I have a reverb, just a little bit of reverb, and then I have halftime. You don't usually see a lot of people putting halftimes on hi-hats, but it gives it a really good feel. So it's just the default when you load it up, and then I turned it down to 18%. And then here I have a clap, just basic high. So here I have a clap. It's a basic clap pattern. Yeah, I'll play that for you with the hi-hats. So yeah, that's the clap basic pattern. Next thing I added was a open hat. This is what that sounds like. So yeah, that's it. Next thing I added was a counter snare, just to give it a little bit more balance, and I'll play that for you. So yeah, sounds like by itself there's a lot of reverb on it, but within the beat it sounds pretty good in my opinion. And then next thing I added was an 808. I got the 808 from Cymatics 808 kit. Where is it? Right here. And then I use this one right here. I'll play you the pattern, and then I'll show you the effects I put on it. So yeah, the effects on that is just a EQ. taking out some lows and boosting that frequency and taking out some highs, and I added a fruity distortion. Added this to around 76%, and then the mix down to 25%. Next thing I did is just added a kick, and I copied the 808 pattern down to here, and I put it all to the note C by hitting Alt K and hitting accept, and that's a pretty good shortcut for you guys if you don't know that one. For the kick, there's only an EQ on it, just like the 808 here has a boosted frequency. I added my tag.
Hey, yo, Ron, how you cook down?
So yeah, that's my tag, and then over here I added a riser, but I fixed it up a little bit. I pitched it up an octave, so that's what that sounds like. Before I pitched it up, and this is what it sounded like. So I pitched it up an octave, so it kind of sounds like more like a riser. And then I fixed the in and out knob. That's really everything I did except turn down the volume. So yeah, that's everything, and I'm gonna play you the full beat again. So here it is.
Hey, yo, Ron.